thought sheep not deer. \.
What does that mean? Oh, well. Oh, sheep. Oh, sheep. That's what she is for days. Booty.
Lihavul says. Oh dear.
You wanna know my pet peeve? My pet peeve is people that brush their teeth with hot water and leave the door open, and now all I can do is smell toothpaste smell. And it makes me wanna
Lightest
die,
Bright says.
okay?
Hi Rio.
Hey, Bright. I don't deserve this torture, okay?
XDDD.
I don't
Lihavul
deserve
says.
this.
Damn.
Don't deserve it.
Velocinastaco says. Damn, you don't like toothpaste smell.
No!
Lihavul says. Suicide pact when?
Got too many pecs going on. I can't commit myself to something like this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna smear lavender essential oil all over my fucking nose.
Velocinastaco says. Don't we have like here?
This thing probably says, oh, not for use on skin. Avoid contact with eyes.
Velocinastaco says.
Well, I'm about to
Right,
die,
stop
okay?
me. Velocinastaco says. I can't see my typing.
I may actually be dying.
Velocinastaco says. Lavender is good on skin though.
Yeah, but this is 100% synthetic. Universal fragrance oil.
Lightest Bright says. Then check DMSUMFR. Lihavul says. So is CU. Lihavul says. Cucumber. Velocinastaco says.
What I mean?
Lavender is great on burns.
Yeah, but this is an actual lavender. If it was actual
Velocinastaco
lavender,
says.
maybe I wouldn't die.
You got muted, bastard. Velocinastaco says. Oh damn. Velocinastaco says.
What the fuck is going on in chat?
Fake lavender exists. Lightest Bright says.
The real question is, have you ever smelled real lavender? But anyway, I really wish I would have read that before I smeared it all over my. But you know, the good news is, I really can't smell toothpaste smell anymore.
Velocinastaco says. Yeah, we have lavender bushes here.
Alright, well, fuck off, Mr. Flex-a-lot. Flexing all over the place with your real lavender bushes. Look, us plebeians don't never
says.
smell the bush.
I'm sorry. They are just pretty. Velocinastaco says. Hey, I don't plant them.
They are pretty.
Velocinastaco says. Just people.
You don't plant them, you just plant people.
Lihavul says. You plant people.
That's what I'm thinking.
Lihavul says. Soylent Green.
Okay. Yeah, bye. Yeah, bye. Yeah, bye.
Velocinastaco says. Nah, people grow better in nice soil.
You're not making much sense, I have to admit.
Velocinastaco says. Agreed.
I came up with some alternative poses for this drawing. And I mean alternatives as in, I didn't actually have any poses in the first place, but I thought of some. Oh no. Didn't post it correctly. If I get a headache now, it may really because...
says. Why does most of my body ache?
You inherited some of my disease. Okay, but like my nose
Livable
kind of
says,
hurts, but it may be.
fucking too many planes.
Ooh. Yeah, that's really a drain on the soul. Alright, I would just like to caution anyone who has ever had an impulsive thought to never smear essential oil on the inside of your nose. Maybe like a little dab on your upper lip. Or, I don't know. I just want you to know that I really regret my actions in the past minute. Whatever, I'm not gonna breathe through my nose anyway.
Velocinastaco says, you act like I could fuck a plane even, I can't even get a girlfriend.
I think that's the point. But okay.
Velocinastaco says, damn does it smell lavender.
It really smells lavender.
Lightest Bright says, just use a dating app, you're old enough now. Lightest
Ew.
Bright says, get catfished.
No, that's really how we
Velocinastaco
it's really how
says,
we lose Taco.
I'm good. Velocinastaco says, I won't go to the soulless realm.
After you get catfished for all of your $0. Maybe, I don't know. Dating apps are so risky.
Velocinastaco says, I don't think I could handle the emotional strain besties getting my lack of money drained XD.
Yeah, but I would like, I would yell at you so badly.
Commander Calzone says, hello.
Hello, welcome, calzone. Let me nibble on you. Okay. There's an
Velocinastaco
audio.
says, don't worry, I have no plans to get catfished and or use dating apps lol.
Alright, good.
Velocinastaco says, what stream plan?
Sketch. I must sketch. I want to get a sketch done for everything I owe. Here's, I don't know, here's one idea I have.
Velocinastaco says, WDYM.
What do you mean what I mean?
Presvale says, hello K.
Hello, Presville. Like all the things that I need to get done, I want to make sure that the sketch for each
Velocinastaco
is
says,
done.
get one done for every what?
Everything I owe. Really, it's like I have
says,
3 sketches that I need
oh,
to
gotcha.
do. I don't get why. Okay, there it is. Me. Okay.
Retepurogen says, why hello again Corayo.
What a surprise, sir. I did not expect you to come once again. Or maybe, like, this is one angle. Could make it a more extreme angle. Yeah. But the way you left last time, I really thought it was gonna be the
Retep
last
Eurogen
time I'd ever
says.
see you.
Pubs.
Pubs. I may be drawing pubs in this. Wait a second. Can you even see the difference in angle? Did I just... No. Yeah, there's a difference. Alright. Sketch or die.
Thelokinistako says. Verberb. Retep Eurogen says. What ya watching?
Let me put it up. When the studio fucking hates its audience. And it's about Sony, who has not been making very many good movies lately. This guy, alright, this video is in the absolute weirdest dimensions. This is not just me, right? What fucking dimensions is this video in? It's like widescreen. I'm not going crazy, am I? Like, this is not normal looking.
Thelokinistako says. Is it like the weird 17 by something one?
I can't see anything in YouTube that explains it, but gotta be something weird about it.
Freddy301 says.
Well, yeah.
I see you're drawing my sauna.
I'm trying. I'm trying my best right now, right? I came up with an idea that I like, and we'll see how you like it, which is laying on a bed of leaves, just chilling out. This I lack the skills, but we're trying. It's interesting how like I can do
My
it when
art
I
medium
sketch it.
says. Heen.
Hello, my
Thelokinistako
medium.
says. I'm excited to see it.
At least I have your support. I could draw it in a sketch, but then I try
Retep
to.
Eurogen says. So you went with the leaves after all.
I feel like it's a good
Retep
choice.
says. Nice.
And I don't know, I feel very comfy when I think of what the finished product might look like. I feel like I need to meditate, like close my eyes and try to imagine it better.
My art medium says.
Ooga booga.
Oaga booga.
Oaga.
Smiley face.
Oaga booga. Okay, like I'm gonna die on the hill
says,
called.
I like that idea.
Good, I'm glad you like it. I'm just gonna die on the hill that's called Pause. Maybe I'll draw more of it and crop it out. You know, drawing more is always better, right? Gotta figure out what the fuck is happening. How we all doing? Everyone staying alive, staying warm on these cold days.
My art medium says. Dude, what's playing in the corner?
Oh, well, you can't hear it because you're on YouTube. But it's a video about Sony pictures. I just need something in the background, okay? Could put more body cam footage, but I'm just like a little tired. And look, the Iron Man's here. Wow! Wow!
Retep says. Man, I love sound alerts.
Very fun.
My art medium says. I'm going back to school TMW, wish me luck.
You can do it. School is just a part of life. All you gotta do is do your homework. Don't piss anyone off. Not too sure. I guess you guys are bored, huh? I gotta change the hand position. I don't know. Well, I'll discuss that with my brain later. Next question. Can I do this? Can I do that pose? Or should I switch it to like this angle? Which I will show in a moment. Yeah.
Merp. Merp.
Meh. I don't hear it. I say it says text to speech, but I didn't hear it.
Retep says.
Meh.
Merp.
Oh, was it just the mirror? Okay.
My art medium says. Merp.
Meh. See, like I see the reference. It looks weird, right? I want to do something like this. But see, there's a There's a lack here. I have an idea,
Red Eurogen says.
but I lack
Mirp.
some skills needed.
My art medium says. Mirp. Red Eurogen says. Merp. My art medium says. Merp. Red Eurogen says. Merp. My art medium says. Merp. Red Eurogen says. Merp merp. My art medium says. I'm done merping, I'm gonna draw while watching this now.
Alright, thank you for being done merping. It's a very traumatic experience for me. I'm messing with the 3D model here. Trying to figure out what's up with this.
Red Eurogen says. Sorry.
Are you really sorry? Are you?
Red Eurogen says. Yes.
Okay, then.
We.
We.
You're walking in the woods. There's no one around and your phone is dead. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him.
Red Eurogen says.
He gets down on
LOL.
into a sprint. He's gaining on you.
Shia LaBeouf.
You're looking for your car, but you're all turned around.
You're too bored.
He's almost
You're
upon
so
you now,
bored.
and you can see there's blood on his face. My God, there's blood everywhere.
Go online about and do some guest stars.
Hollywood superstar Shia LaBeouf, living in the woods, Shia LaBeouf.
Killings for sport, Shia LaBeouf. Eating all the bodies.
Red Eurogen says. Did you stop it? My art
Yeah.
medium says. What should I draw?
I just said it. Go to lineofaction.com. Wait, I just. Look.
Red Eurogen says. A furry. Red Eurogen says. Draw a furry.
No. Practice the fundamentals.
My art medium says. OSRYY the live was behind for me.
Yeah, YouTube's always gonna be a little
Oreo says.
behind.
Link. Lihavul says. Pay up and maybe a furry will be drawn 3.
Ha ha ha.
Captain Price II says. Hola.
Ahoy.
Captain Price II says. Como estes hoy? Retepurogen says.
Doente.
I would, if I had PayPal or something.
Just remember, don't make a PayPal before you're allowed to. 'Cause then it'll just be banned eventually. Yeah. I like when my space button doesn't work. Can't do it. I hate it when I don't have the skills to do the thing I want to do. So I will simply force it.
Retepurogen says. Well, I'll be back unless I find something interesting. Happy streaming if I'm not back.
Alright, good luck. Have fun.
My art medium says. Yo, I'm back, smiley face, BTW. Would you call it tracing if I'm not copying it line for line but JS with like the pose? If
Yes,
that
it's
makes sense.
tracing. I mean, what do you mean? Okay, tracing is when you do the, like, I mean,
Botrix says.
look,
My art medium, you leveled up to level 2.
this is tracing. When you take a thing and you go meh, meh, meh. If you're using a pose as a reference, that's called referencing. Meh, meh. Like, this is tracing. Yeah, that's what's trace. Referencing is different, and
My
referencing
art medium
is
says.
smart.
I mean like not line for like but using like JS straight lines for the pose, not tracing directly.
I don't know what you're saying.
Thelokinistako says. I'm back.
No tracing. Referencing good, tracing bad. Referencing is like what I do. Well, referencing is what I do. I put the pose over there. I try to replicate it while trying to understand what the fuck I'm doing. I suffer, and I suffer.
My
I
art medium
usually
says.
don't get it right, but whatever.
One SEC, you'll get a VID that makes what I'm saying make sense.
Okay.
Thelokinistako says. Risky, pick 1 or 2, you decide my fate. Thelokinistako says.
My name is Risky. I pick 2.
Thelokinistako says. Fuck my autocorrect.
Oh, this guy has an
Thelokinistako
editing error in
says.
his video.
Wait, do it again. I didn't pick which was which.
Who?
My art medium says. That bit makes it make sense. Thelokinistako says. Damn. My art medium says. VID.
Oh, you might have posted a video and it might not have gone through, so. Oh, well, I have links not blocked, so I'm not sure. Maybe you need to send me the title.
My art medium says. One SEC. My art medium says. Is this tracing? By Void Merrill.
I'll look it up. Is this tracing? Wow, Ving is giving me really strange responses. Okay. Yeah, that's fucking chasing. Don't do that.
My art medium says.
I don't care what the I really don't care what the comments say. That's fucking chasing. It's fine for I don't know. It's fine for trying to understand the structure of a drawing, but I don't like it. No, I don't like any of the answers. I don't like the people in the comments. I call it
Shirison says.
chasing.
Big. Shirison says. Stinky.
No, you. I was gonna look and see if the reference pose site has a.
Shirison says. How dare, but true.
Look at. Oh my god. Why? You guys can't see this, but there was another option in the website for reference models. Tell me this doesn't look like Shrek. I need something more soft.
The Lokinestaco says. Literally me. My
Literally
art medium
you.
says. It does.
What should I
The Lokinestaco
take away
says.
from this image?
I am Shrek.
You're Shrek. No, I'm Shrek. Should I just give up on anatomy and do chibi?
The Lokinestaco
No,
says.
I have to do something.
How
I
you
have to
Shrek?
do mature. Random Barker, what did you do? Why are you here? How scary. Why can't I just draw? Nah,
Random Bark Grim says.
me.
I'm okayish.
You okay?
The Lokinestaco says.
Okay, that's
You're
good.
drawing good on WDYM.
I'm gonna smack you. There. Me.
The Lokinestaco says. What did I do?
Meh. 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 Me, 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 me.
The Lokinestaco says. Tip of the day. Pringle cans make a wonderful sound when you throw them just right at someone's head.
Oh, now I gotta test it. Come closer. And stand still so I can aim at you.
The Lokinestaco says. Do it, I got a hard head makes the sound nice. My art medium says. I hate ibis paint so much RN.
Yeah, I don't like it misspelled much. Look up layer paint HD. Like Medibank paint on Android. Yeah, layer paint HD. I mean, like, it's
My art
probably
medium
similar
says.
to.
That lowers the time you get for the brushes when you watch an ad.
Ew. Can't imagine having to watch an ad for a brush.
My art medium says. From like 12 hours to 4.
And then first gonna cover a lot of neck. I just need to understand what I'm doing. And I'll be fine. Should I give up on this arm? I might die doing this arm. But maybe. Right? I think I almost got it. Oh. Something like this. Can I just make the head big enough to cover all my sins?
The Lokinestaco says. I'm still angry I shrink my new sweatpants, I'm very sad.
Alright. How about you scam the company that you got
My
they
art
got them
medium
from?
says. It looks good
Return
so far.
them, get a
Smiley
new
face.
pair, something like that. Thank you, my art medium.
The Lokinestaco says. Too lazy.
But I thought you liked them so much. Yeah, I'd rather, like, unless I'm desperate for something, delivery apps are so fucking
The
pricey.
Lokinestaco says. I'll just buy a new pair, they were cheap.
I thought you got him as a present. Am I like losing the plot? So why am I suddenly hungry? Soupy plastic noodles. Microplastic noodles. No, not the microplastic noodles.
The Locanestaco says. They were, but if I really want a new pair I'll get one, only 2 of 3 I got shrunk.
I don't know why, but it's very interesting you got 3
random,
of them.
But if you ever do want to watch an anime I recommend Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. Don't mind the name, it gets weird.
Ah, yeah, that is very, very, very strange. But, I mean, you warned me that it's strange, but still have to say that it's very strange.
Says. They came in a pack of 3 XD.
Alright, that shows they really are a cheap pair of sweatpants. Alright. We got our adorable, fluffy little...
It's so good though.
Fluffy little belly. Alright, anyone who says the arm is bad can come and teach you how to draw it themselves.
The Locanestaco says. Honestly, this pose looks really good.
Okay, then the question is how to fit it on here. I gotta clear away all the reference art so I can see the actual canvas. Gotta fit the name on here. I'll just yeah. Okay, but then I have to just make sure that I fit in space for the ears and the name. Ears. Dude. Lol, the city
My
put
art
it
medium
fees.
says. And if you ever do watch TBHK you will be simping, prob I don't know or sexuality, over the ones you legally can, laughing face.
That makes me not want to watch it at all. I'm good. Let me think of the last character I simped for. Yeah, I remember him. What was his name? I was like screaming out his name. The white haired my favorite white haired vampire boy. Well, he becomes a vampire later, and then his hair is not white. His name was like something like kind of dumb. But I kept saying it. I kept saying it over and over and over. Now I can't remember what it is, but I really don't want to look it up because I would feel ashamed. So, we can only wonder. Like, Taco knows who it is.
The Locanestaco says. I can't tell if your wording with that was purpose.
My wording is never purposeful. What do you mean?
The Lokinestaco says. Not gonna overthink that XD.
Meow.
My art medium says. I was about to say Gojo till you said vampire lol.
Okay, well, Gojo. If you didn't know, the author of Jujutsu Kaisen, his wife simped over Gojo so much that he decided he had to kill him off. That's what happens when you simp, alright? If you simp too much over a character, the author might just kill him off. No, I don't mean to kill the nose. I am just trying to make it good. Angle.
My art medium says.
Yeah.
That's crazy, I thought he hated him BC he was JS too overpowered. Shirasan says. Kill the nose.
No, it's because his wife was simping. He has a thing, the author has a thing where he kills off any characters his wife simps for. I think it's evil. Alright, look, I know the angle the nose is supposed to be. Why can't I try?
The Lokinestaco says. I feel so left out, I've never simped over any character.
Except planes. Well, there aren't enough plane characters for you. You're not represented. Your sexuality is really overlooked. You should, like, bring that up with someone.
The Lokinestaco says. I don't fuck planes.
Oh, okay.
The Lokinestaco says. Please see. I want videos of people My
like
art medium
fucking
says.
up
Why would you
with
fuck planes?
AI drive through.
Shirasan says. Fine, you make love to them, jeez.
Oh yeah, okay, I guess he's sensitive about the wording. That makes sense.
The
Lizard
Lokinestaco
house.
says. I have never been sexual or romantically attracted to aircraft.
I don't know. The man doth protest too much. Sound like Bill Clinton. I really did not have any relations with that woman.
The Lokinestaco says. I have been branded with this title.
Yeah, I don't even remember why. Ifel just kind of gave it to you and then you never unget it.
The Lokinestaco says. Me neither, she just said it lol.
It's powerful. You can just say something and it will just become true. Meh. Okay, the angle's still not right. I could tell it's not right. I just
Shirasan says. Spreading lies on the internet is a time-honored tradition. My art medium says. Indeed. The Lokinestaco says. Guess I need to spread a lie about Liha.
how can you spread a lie about a sheep? That's just evil.
My art medium says. Guys, I make art vids but my name is too complicated. Do y'all have any suggestions? Thelokinastaco says. She's actually a goat in sheep's clothing.
Like, for recommendations for a new art name? Actually, a goat? Oh my god. I can't deal with her anymore.
Shirison says.
You know,
My art extra large value combo. My art medium says. Yes.
Okay, so it depends on what you want to draw. My maybe my art mid. How about mid art Maddie? I don't know what your name is, but now your name is Maddie, and our name is mid art Maddie.
Shirison says. Big art batted.
Oh no.
My art medium says. Scarlet is my name. My friend's name is Maddie though.
Well, now you are going to commit identity fraud. Okay, but I would not recommend using your real name.
My art medium says. Big art batted sounds like something I would do. Thelokinastaco
Medium-sized art.
Is it big art by a batted? Or art made by a big batted?
Dude, I like the individual art for the nose. Not sure it is in any way correct. Why did it stop? Alright, we're back.
Thelokinastaco says. I'm probably not gonna sleep tonight. I messed up.
You can't just say that to me. I'm probably not gonna sleep tonight. Do I have to drug you? Bitch, you're gonna sleep. What excuse do you have?
Thelokinastaco says. I mean I will, but the question is how much and when.
Okay, what's the answer? Like, how's it a question? How do you not know the answer?
Thelokinastaco says. I don't know.
Did I get it? I mean, is it too big? Look at me go. I go,
Shirison
oh!
says.
I like it.
It looks good.
And I was like, suddenly I tweak it a little bit and I forgot I like it. Do it. Yeah, this is like gonna look like my old style of art. Only because it's me actually trying something new. How shameful. How sad. I have so far to go.
My art medium says. It ain't letting me change it.
What did it
Thelokinastaco
say?
says. Honestly I like where it is going though.
Yeah, but let's keep going. Can't stop now. What do you mean? Yeah, close enough. Meh. What kind of error is it giving you as to why you can't change the name?
Thelochinistako says. BRB, I need to find paper towels, I'm doing some painting.
Sure you are. Sure you are. And then the question is, both eyes closed? Or like that eye
Thelochinistako
closed
says.
and
Finn, I'm cleaning up the crime scene.
with paper towels? Man, you might as well just call the police yourself.
Bigart Batty says. I figured IT out.
Ew. Welcome to the stream, Big Art Baddie. Totally new and different person. Nice to meet you. I feel like um hmm. That looks, I don't know if this is threatening looking. He's looking. Did I make the smile more chill? No. He giving you those sexy eyes. Oh no. Oh, she's got some Adderall. Man.
Thelochinistako says. BAC.
Bah. Why'd you take the Hot Wheels, woman?
Thelockinistako says. Cause she likes Hot Wheels.
No. How dare you answer in such a way?
Miss Scoffret says.
Meow.
Hello.
Hello, Miss
Hank Conmeo
Gaufrete.
says. Your art looks cute.
I would never
Big
call
Art
this
Batty
cute.
says. I almost had a heart attack. I colored on my line art layer.
How could you? It's a crime. Like, I don't know. This feels like it's very far away from cute. But thanks.
Big Art Batty says. It is cute. Trust the viewers.
I trust no one but myself.
Thelockinistako says. Not even me. Shira
Well, when it comes
says.
to art,
Trust only me, the trustful trusty man. Miss Scoffret says. Yeah, it's very cute. I like the eyes.
well, there's only one
Thelockinistako
eye.
says.
Liar.
XD. Big Art Batty says. Le gasp touche.
Tisk tisk tisk.
Panconmeo says. Trust the process, it looks pretty.
I'm the one doing the process, and I can't trust
Miss
nobody.
Scoffret says. And what about your eyes? JKJKLMAO, but the style is very cute still.
I mean, thank you. Your eyes may need glasses, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Thelockinistako says. Pandas do look good.
No. Can't even open my own eyes.
Miss Scoffret says. At first when I joined I thought you were sleeping lol.
It's called being past my bedtime.
Thelochinostako says. Focus.
What are you yelling at me for? What did I do? What have I done to deserve this?
Do you were focus? Thelochinostako says. I know yell. Miss Scoffret says. AHH fair LOL, DW I'm in a program of 3D animation I understand that. Thelochinostako says. No you were focused. Panconmeo says. You sound really tired. Bigart Batty says.
You're very right.
Go to sleep girl.
I can't. I got shit to do.
Thelochinostako says. FR. Miss Scoffret says. Sleepy time.
Y'all bullies. And I feel bad. I lost the plot of the conversation.
Miss Scoffret says. We all go to sleep, laughing face.
That's cool that you're in a 3D animation course. That is what I just heard. 3D animation and a program of 3D animation.
Miss Scoffret says.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I have a plan this year to start trying to learn Blender, but we'll see where that goes. Okay. I like what I just did. It's going somewhere. It won't be as fancy as those like anime bara artists, but
learn the dark arts like I did. Miss Scoffret says.
What are the dark arts?
Personally we use Maya and ZBrush, also Krita for general sketch and stuff.
Thelochinostako
says. And don't learn what I learned. Thelochinostako
What you learn? What you not learn? Well, see, I'm cheap. I only use free programs. It's gotta be fucking Blender. These years are gonna be the death of me. Due to lack of my own competence.
Says, I learned I don't really like doing third art much.
Well, if that's what you learned, then you learned. Interesting.
I can do it sorta, but I don't love it.
I'm gonna like focus on trying to sculpt, says, I guess.
I found the voice of the chat so funny. Miss Scoffret says. Maya is free I think, ZBrush no. Miss Scoffret says. FRL.
I just wanna make vtuber models. Like, I'm gonna learn this whole entire fucking process, I just wanna make vtuber models. I love my TTS, alright? I did once pay for like or not pay, I got a free trial of 11 labs, that fancy TTS. And, I don't know, I think chat really hated it. But they used up all my tokens, so. This ear is committing crimes against the Lord. Which is me. I'm the Lord. And it's committing crimes. Oh. Convinced that the warp tool's here to save my goddamn life.
Miss Scoffret says. ZBrush can be pricey with the license, but FRL it's really fun to use. Botrix says. Miss Scoffret you leveled up to level 1.
I'm too poor to have fun.
Miss Scoffret says. I bet level 1.
Good job. Level 1. It's simple. First, I'm gonna need to come up with a character design. Then, I will draw that character design in a front view. And then a side view. Which the side view would probably suck because my grasp on perspective and consistency and anatomy really, need some hands. God's touch, etc. other ear flop. Do I need to make it smaller to
Miss
fit?
Scoffret says. Question of the night, fave brush Incrita?
Whichever brush I'm using. I honestly use whatever is fucking closest to me. It's just like when I'm sketching, I like something less solid. And when I'm lining, I like something very solid. Sometimes I don't like like this. I don't know, it's like too not full opacity. I mean, it's gonna be fun. I don't know. The thing I've learned is that good artists can make good art with like any fucking brush. I mean, I guess great artists know what the fuck they're doing and use the appropriate brush, but I'm not gonna be that. Probably not gonna be me. And like this dude is like comparative to his breed reference is gonna have a very chunky snout.
Miss Scoffret says. Personally, I fell in love with the ink for pen rough.
Ink for pen rough. I mean, find it, I'll look at it. But the chances of me finding it. See, like, I don't know if this is a thing with this breed or if this is a sign of the anatomy. There's like a very defined line. Though it kind of looks like a cheetah line. That's interesting.
Miss Scoffret says. Kinda close to the top, normally right up to an highlighter and next to a yellow pencil.
Let's see. Ink, okay, here's ink 2 fine liner, ink 1 precision. Marker, 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 marker. Did you say 4? Yellow. Wait. Inking G pen. Draw the form. Okay. Dude.
Miss Scoffret says. Name, ink for pen rough.
Too dumb. I tried. Okay, alright.
Miss Scoffret says. Black handle with those metal point, I don't know, no clue how you call those pencil lol.
Oh my god. You mean a fountain pen point or like a dip pen point? You're hurting my soul. Or wait, if it's the
Miss
fine
Scoffret
liner.
says. Yeah, English not my first language, double frowny face.
Yeah, trying to find that word in Portuguese really hurt me. Is it this one? Yeah, I found it. Portuguese is like caneta tinteira. I mean, okay, it has a texture to it. Maybe. I've rarely seen these. Me. Alright, I was trying to decide what to do with the other ear. And I wanted to make it flop. Like, if there's a pile of leaves, well, maybe I can just do this. It's still floppy, but just half floppy versus full floppy? Yum. But I feel like it'd be more like.
Miss Scoffret says. Ear up, floppy on the side.
Wait. Like. Is this even physically possible? It's not. Maybe too bad. Maybe physics can go fuck itself.
Panconmeo says. I like your vtuber, I'd like to make a fan art of it lol.
It's not mine. I mean, like, I made it, but it's for a client. He never uses it. So I just kind of yoinked it. Now I use it.
Miss Scoffret says. I don't know, I don't own dogs, I'm a cat person, sad face.
I mean, being a cat person is fine. I don't own anything. Unfortunately. I'd like to own me a taco, but
Miss Scoffret says.
not possible.
Stealing your own art is insane lol.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. This ear gives big, what the fuck are you doing energy.
Bigart Batty says. I'm literally in like I don't know, but the reference I'm using is so good and I'm using the same color but mine looks so different. Thelocanistaco says. Slavery.
I mean, just a little bit. But yeah, I mean, like, even if you use the same colors as your reference, until you get like there's like a certain foundation you need to get.
Honestly chill. Miss Scoffret says. Owning a tarantula or a snake must be insane though.
I don't, my thing with pets is I want to cuddle them. I like, don't get owning these like animals that like don't give much back. See, my worms give me worm poop, which I give to my plants. I might not cuddle them, but at least they give me something. Like, can't. I just don't get.
Cat or dog, Rio?
I guess it'd have to be cat. Like, I want to cuddle a big fluffy dog, but my work life balance. There's a older woman at work. She has like I think she like a 6-year-old dog and like a multi-year-old cat. And they stay at home 12 hours a day.
I'm split on the issue. I've only really pet like one cat really. Miss Scoffret says. Technically. Snake can give you their skin. And tarantula other tiny tarantula. Or web.
Well, like, I don't even want one tarantula. I'd be good with 0 tarantula.
So it's taco, cat then dog. WBU birds.
Birds are kind of like, it's torture to buy just like they like attach a lot to you. If you preen them wrong, apparently you're like sexually harassing them. Seems like a lot of work. I did something wrong somewhere. Something looks wrong.
Velocinastaco says. Only thing I have against birds.
And I feel like it's just such a you have to
Velocinastaco says.
torture them.
They are fun to chill with though. Bigart Batty says. Yeah, tarantulas are kinda like yish.
You gotta clip their wings, and it's like that's.
Bird POO.
I'm like, it makes me so like sad. It's like you gotta take away their one freedom, keep them with you. And I'd be like, nah, sounds like shit.
Velocinastaco says. You don't have to. A lot of people don't anymore.
And that's good. I sent you a picture of that flight harness thing, right? That was cool. Let your bird go fly.
Velocinastaco says. Yeah.
But I need to squish his face again. Squishing the face is the magic pill. Dude. No.
Panconmeo says. I don't know, I have 2 guinea pigs. They are cute, I mean really cute. Velocinastaco says.
Yeah, guinea pigs are in that same
Squish
thing
the
for me.
cheeks.
You can't. Like, I have a cousin. He has, I think, 3
Miss
guinea
Scoffret
pigs. He has to
says,
put them in a room all by
I
himself.
find bigger spider less spooky than tiny. BC bigger they are more likely you'll see and INF them. But as soon as a tiny one is gone, it's gone who knows where.
Yeah, spiders. Ew. Oh no, she has a dedicated room in her apartment. Okay, an apartment that has exactly 2 rooms, 1 bathroom, 1 living area, and a kitchen. An entire room is dedicated to her guinea pigs.
There are some spiders I will let chill, like daddy longlegs and wolf spiders. Velocinastaco says. Damn. Velocinastaco says. She is dedicated.
Yeah, but like they don't do anything. I don't know. I think I'm like not good with judging people. I mean, I shouldn't judge people for their pet choices, but like they're so boring. I just want something to cuddle, and you can't even let them out.
Agreed.
No offense to you, Mayo. I'm sure you love them very much, and I'm sure they're very cute. Just I just want to cuddle something.
Miss Scoffret says. Achoo.
Achoo.
Velocinastaco says. FRFR.
That's why I have plushies. No one has to torture themselves being my pet.
Panconmeo says. You call me Mayo. Or I hear bad.
I call you Mayo.
Velocinastaco says. Could always just not, but admitted very sad, do not recommend.
Do not recommend what? What do you want me to call you then?
Miss Scoffret says. Recommend Mayo.
That Asian one. Cupie. Comes in the cool bottle. Chill. I had some. But you know what my roommate did? He finished it. And just so that I wouldn't think it was finished, he put normal mayonnaise inside of the bottle.
Velocinastaco says. XDDDD. Thelocanastaco says. Damn. Miss Scoffret says. I recommend ketchup. Thelocanastaco says. Evil.
And he has been using my lychee
Pancon Mayo
syrup to
says.
make sweet pen.
I admit, I'm a pancon mayo with internet assist.
I don't know what that word means. Pancon mayo. I'm trying to figure out if it's like some pronunciation joke of something inappropriate.
Pancon mayo says. Bread with mayonnaise.
Pan! Oh, pan con mayonesa. Okay. I prefer butter and Nutella, but each their own, of course.
Miss Scoffret says. Just me who doesn't like mayonnaise?
Yes. Why don't you like mayonnaise? I mean, you explain to us
Thelocanastaco
then.
says. Depends.
Why am I listening to a cop type on a computer? It is fucking 5 or more minutes of just a cop typing on a computer.
Miss Scoffret says. I don't know, gimme the ick. The texture too IG. Thelocanastaco says.
Give you the ick.
LOL. Thelocanastaco says. Azumra. Thelocanastaco says. Azumra. Miss Scoffret says. Typing.
It's like, I like spread texture. It's spread. You spread it on things. I don't know. Guess I'm not a texture eater. You know, some people are texture eaters. Sometimes gotta feel right in their mouth or they can't eat it. Oh no, I don't want to hear. PayPal is in crisis, and it's just about honey. No, I wanted a drama video.
Miss Scoffret says.
Come on.
I don't know, it's THICK. I'm not a texture eater, but mayonnaise. No.
It's thick. And what about mixing it into rice? Like making a, you know, like an Asian rice ball with some mayo.
Retepurogen says. Thuriambeakuk.
Tirambiakuk to you too.
Miss Scoffret says. I don't like rice.
Okay. Then I guess.
Thelocanastaco says. Rice so good though. Pancon mayo says. No way.
I'm a
Scoffret
picky
says.
eater. Tell
I'm a
me
picky eater,
something
LOL.
I don't know.
Retepurogen says. I see it's going well.
It definitely goes somewhere.
Miss Scoffret says. My bad LMAO.
Picky
Matrix
eater. Picky.
Pancon mayo, you leveled up to level 1.
I don't see. I'll say it like this: I don't eat things that don't taste good, but I don't consider myself a picky eater.
Miss Scoffret says. Popcorn too.
Oh my god! Next, you're gonna say you don't like toasted corn, and then we really will have fighting. Fighting will occur. You say you don't like my favorite snack. So I'm searching for a body cam video to watch.
Miss Scoffret says.
No, there's nothing
Never
good.
ate that.
Alright, it's good because you can't say you don't like it.
Retepurogen says. Toasted corn, like popcorn.
No. It's different, actually. It's toasted.
Pancon mayo says. I don't complain too
It's
much
not
because
popped.
I put mayo on almost every
It tastes
food.
very different.
Miss Scoffret says. But maybe I don't like it X.
I don't complain.
Retepurogen says. Huh, never heard of it.
Like, in Brazil, there's some corn flour based recipes that I really enjoy. The taste is just very unique. And then I found these toasted corn snacks at Marshall's. And okay, I bought them with the Tajin flavoring, which is like chili and lime, but I didn't even like the flavoring that much. I just really liked the underlying corn flavor. It made me think of those snacks from Brazil. That made me happy. So I
Miss
fucking
Scoffred
gobbled
says,
the entire fucking bag.
Chili.
Yeah, chili. Chili lime. That was like the flavoring, like the, like barbecue flavoring on chips. It wasn't actually like made of chilies or
Dark
anything.
Batty says. Y'all, since we're talking of food we don't like, I don't like bacon.
But that's okay, cause that just means
Miss
there's more
Scoffred
bacon
says,
for me.
I don't like spicy too.
I'm a guy. Well, I can't
Dark
even be
Batty says,
surprised if you're picky eater.
Everyone criticizes me for that.
I don't know, just
The
claim you're
Lockinus Taco
religious.
says, okay, I got mixed feelings about bacon.
Oh my god,
Retepurogen
taco.
says, what? You don't like bacon? The Lockinus Taco says, it's good for things, very good for things. Miss Scoffret says, I can eat like 3 bacon and et.
I only like it when it's burnt
oh, wait,
to crunchiness.
NBM then. The Lockinus Taco says, but I don't love it by itself. The Lockinus Taco says, especially it's when it's crunchy. Miss Scoffret says,
I need the crunchy.
there's so much better than bacon. The Lockinus Taco says,
Me.
no.
I haven't had bacon in a
Hank
while.
Conmeo says, BTW, are you going to do stream tomorrow? The Lockinus Taco says, I like chewy bacon.
I'll tell you
Miss
this, like,
Scoffret says,
if I'm not,
eat chip for crunchy. The Lockinus Taco says,
it's because I'm like
though
dead.
I'd rather have a sausage of some kind than bacon.
Only sausage I will accept is sweet Italian.
Miss Scoffret says, fair. Botrix says, Miss Scoffret, you leveled up to level 2.
Eat chip for crunchy. No, you eat the toasted corn for
The Lockinus Taco
crunchy.
says, I'm learning to like more kinds of sausage. Miss Scoffret says,
That sounds
level
like
Red
a
Tepurogen
perverted
says,
joke.
that's a based opinion on sausage. The Lockinus Taco says, that sounded weird. The Lockinus
You're
Taco
all
says,
weird.
please no.
Oh, y'all.
Red Tepurogen says, also no, it's eat the crunchy for chip.
Consume the concept of crunchy. You see, I'm reading this book where this guy, he's got, whatever, like martial arts powers. He can extract the concept of something using his mental energy. So, for example, he's got like this poison, and he can extract the concept of poison. He has like pure poison.
Red Tepurogen says, the Babel Tower.
No.
Botry official says, Red Tepurogen, you leveled up to level 2.
Like, there's this whole fucking arc where he's like, I extracted the concept of gold. And
Red
like,
Tepurogen says,
gold is never 100% pure
there's a
gold.
manhwa like that. Panconmeo says, this conversation is so random, I love it.
Well, it's not a manhwa,
Miss
it's a
Scoffret
Chinese web
Fun
novel.
fact. I still use kid toothpaste BC. I find adult toothpaste too hot/spicy-ish.
Alright, you know what I recommend? There's this one toothpaste that I've been using. Next time you go to the dentist, ask for prescription fluoride toothpaste. It's all fluoride. And, well, the one I got has xylitol as a sweetener. I don't know if it's, like, does not burn at all. Which I like. I've been using like my specialty toothpastes for a while, which are like more fluoride and xylitol as sweetener. Because xylitol, there's like some, a few articles, research papers that claim that it kills off the bad bacteria in your mouth, which helps prevent cavities. So if you just like look up xylitol toothpaste, I'm not a dentist, whatever.
Velocinastaco says. I just use sensitive toothpaste cause my teeth are a bitch XD.
Yeah, sensitive toothpaste, I think it's just like the fluoride content is higher. Just remember, the thing in toothpaste that does everything is the fluoride. Oh, the fluoride. My dentist now tells me, don't rinse, alright? Like the steps to proper toothbrushing are first you
Velocinastaco
rinse out your
says.
mouth.
Probably yeah, it seems to help a bit so I'm happy with it.
Me. First you rinse out your
Miss
mouth after you
Scoffred
eat
says.
peppermint.
Peppermint is spicy.
Oh damn, why would you get a peppermint flavored toothpaste if you don't like spicy? Now you gotta rinse out your mouth of all the food you ate, you gotta floss.
Pan con mayo says. Fun fact, a pan con mayo with legs is inside your house / joke.
And that's terrifying. Just imagine a sandwich walking around with human legs attached to the bottom. I'm
Bigart
good.
Batty says. I finally finished my drawing.
Alright, where is it? Where can I gaze upon
says,
its magic?
I live in your walls.
And you must be really small. Cause these walls tiny.
Miss Scoffred says. So. Bread with legs. Or just you pan con mayo. Bigart Batty says. I'm gonna post it, laughing face. Red Tepurogen says. Very.
Alright, and then
Miss Scoffred says. We all live inside your walls.
y'all tiny. Well, I mean, Taco lives inside my head. So does Munzo. They claimed that space today.
Red Tepurogen says.
I guess I got space in my
My
walls.
walls. Red Tepurogen says. Get out.
I mean, it also means you have to share space with the carpenter ants. I mean, as long as you're fine with that.
Miss Scoffred says. Nuh-uh. Red Tepurogen says. What ants? I ate them.
Oh, that's great. I mean, don't have to worry about those big ass fucking
Pan con
ants.
mayo says. I live in your fridge.
Hey, have you been eating my sweet Italian sausage? Some bitch has been eating them.
Miss Scoffred says.
When I find out,
I hate
ooh.
ants.
Yeah, I don't like ants.
Pan con mayo says. Yeah. Red Tepurogen says. From time to time, yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Red Tepurogen says.
I'm missing a
I
claw.
love sausage. Bigart Batty says. I live in your drawers.
Can you organize them for me, please? You'll be allowed to live in them if you can organize them. That's all I'm saying. Alright.
Miss Scoffred says. I claim under the sofa to live in.
Well, then you just gotta clean under there. Like, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to do some work to pay for your rent. That's just how it works. Chub. Chub, 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 chub. Chub, chub, chub.
Miss Scoffred says.
Chub, 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 chub.
He'll eat the dust. Red Tepurogen says. IALR paid my rent for the month by eating the ants.
Yeah, you paid. You did your part. Ate the ants. Next, I'll ask you to work on the, basement mice.
Pan con mayo says. I offer to wash the dishes.
Well, it's a good bargain.
Red Tepurogen says. Don't mind the loud noises at night, that's just me inviting some friends over. Miss Scoffred says.
No, my dear.
You'll just put mayo on every dish.
That's how you wash the dishes, by smearing them in
Pan con mayo says. SHH is a surprise.
The surprise.
Miss Scoffret says. My bad, my bad. SHHH.
One second, I just have to teach my friend how to pirate wagon.
Bigart Batty says. I offer to fold and wash the clothes.
Wait, you put them in the washer folded?
Miss Scoffret says. Yours eyes are more open than before, lol.
Mwah.
Bigart Batty says. No.
Alright.
Bigart Batty says. Why would I do that? Miss Scoffret says. Uh-oh, grandma in trouble.
Apparently it's the
Red Tep
shoplifting
Eurogen
case.
says. Just found out I can see my last known dismissed notifications.
What does that mean? Oh, I already watched this one.
Panconmeo
Whatever.
says. Everyone here is so funny and chill.
I don't allow anyone that's not chill.
Delocinastaco says. I'm back, sorry.
You know, we got the chillest one. You don't know, but you agreed to the terms the moment you stepped in here. One of the terms was you must be either chill or funny.
Somehow you let me stay here though. Miss Scoffret says. Be sorry, pay your rent.
Taco, I got people
Red Tep Eurogen
saying,
says. Well, you need to pay rent now.
yeah, Taco, how you gonna pay rent? We got one person washing the dishes to live under the sofa. We got one guy over here eating the ants in the walls. That's his
Miss
rent.
Scoffret says. Pay time.
Someone else is smearing
says,
mayonnaise all over the
Clean the
dishes.
fridge. Delocinastaco says.
Alright, how do I do the pile of leaves?
Delocinastaco says. He'll fix stuff, and I'll exist. Miss Scoffret says. Eat the fridge.
Eat the entire
Miss
fridge?
Scoffret says. With a pile of leaves.
Me typing in maple
Red Tep
leaves.
Eurogen says. Eats the entire fridge.
I mean, if you eat the entire fridge, I finally won't have to, like, stare at my failed soup. Which I put in the freezer, because, you know, fuck, I'm not gonna eat it. Could not download. The fuck, I
Miss
just
Scoffret
paste
says.
it normally, bitch.
I think it's too late. Panconmeo says. Your fridge is my house now.
Finally gives me a reason.
Delocinastaco says. He'll cook, how about that?
Oh, well, I mean, that is a very valuable skill, and definitely rent-worthy. I'm lucky that everyone's sleeping in like under the sofa.
Miss Scoffret says.
And
if they can't cook though.
Yeah, I believe in him. He can cook. But cause like if y'all wanted like a full room each, I wouldn't be able to get all this free labor. Very concerning.
Bigart Batty says. Ur drawer are my house now, BC. One of my friends said Ur RLY good drawer. Delocinastaco says.
I'm a good drawer.
Finally buy link clothes XD.
I'm a fucking drawer now.
Says, so you'll feed the whole house M. Red Tep Eurogen says. Delocinastaco says.
Put me in a cabinet. Stuff me with random shit.
And a very god one. Bigart Batty says.
Drawer.
That's what one of my friends
I'm a
said to me.
drawer now.
Miss Scoffret says. Good. Delocinastaco says. I am good at cooking for lots of people.
We got ourselves a line cook here. We got ourselves a caterer. We're gonna have full banquet dishes every night.
Miss Scoffret says. I'm hungry now.
Yeah, that is the one. I am also hungry.
Red Tepurogen says. We have a full house now. Bigart Batty says. I also posted the VID of my drawing, laughing face. Thelocanastaco says.
Alright, everyone, please go
Not
check
that
out
far. The most of people I've cooked
Big
for
Bad.
was like 11.
Big Bad.
Bigart Batty says.
Big
It's
Bart
gonna
Batty.
flop, though.
Big Bart Baddies. Arvid. Please. Consider
Thelocanastaco
it.
says. Big Bart.
Big Bart Batty.
Miss Scoffret says. Where you put it? Miss Scoffret says. Bart. Freddy301 says. Why are you watching a cop cam video LMAO?
Why wouldn't I? Do you have something against cop cam videos? I am obsessed with body cam
Bigart Batty
videos.
says.
And I bet if you let your
Why don't?
girlfriend watch them, she'll be
Red
obsessed
Tepurogen
just like me.
says. Freddy, yeah, gotta pay rent somehow.
Alright.
Freddy301 says. Nah, they usually are funny, AG. Miss Scoffret says. Why aren't you on stage, Freddy?
Freddy is taking a break from being an animatronic,
Bigart Batty
alright? Now
says.
he's a cock
I posted it on
shepherd.
my account on here, LOL. Miss Scoffret says. Pay your rent now, Freddy.
Leave him alone, children. Alright. You really wanna know why I like body cam videos so much? There's a very simple reason.
Thelocanastaco says. Is body cam just girlfriend cheat code?
I don't know, but if I had a boyfriend that would watch body cam videos with me, I'm in.
Red Tepurogen says. Yes. Miss Scoffret says. MMMHH. Red Tepurogen says. ICA confirm.
I mean, it's just like a boyfriend that'll watch Judge Judy with
Freddy301
me.
says. I watch body cam videos with my GF sometimes.
See?
Panconmeo says. Everyone need to pay or gonna sleep outside.
Well, some people want to sleep outside. Let them sleep.
Thelocanastaco says. Good to know. Bigart Batty says. You are not single? Lucky.
Don't rub
Red
your
Tepurogen
dog food all
says.
over a single dog's.
Panconmeo, I already paid for this month. Miss Scoffret says. With no plus highs.
I like this Chinese term a lot, but when people are like showing off their couple love, it's called dog food. Everyone else is a single dog.
Bigart Batty says. I have a crush and he know he JS has a GF.
You're too young.
Miss Scoffret says.
I don't even care how old you are. You're too
Grandma
young.
probably
Don't care about
stole
it.
some candies.
Nah, Grandma made out a $16,000 fake check. Oh, it came in the mail. Oh my god, it was so legit looking.
Miss Scoffret says. Damn, I wonder what her excuse is. Panconmeo says. Why are talking about GF and BF?
There's nothing
Bigart
else good to
Batty
talk about.
says. Frick IGTG to bed.
Good night.
Miss Scoffret says. Sleepy time. Thelocanastaco says. GN. Bigart Batty says. GN y'all.
Oh, for this work, I gotta.
Panconmeo says. Good night. Miss Scoffret says. Good night. Red Tepurogen says. GN, take care under the couch.
Is that a base coat so that the leaves don't show?
Thelochinostako says. Where am I sleeping?
I'll give you the attic floor cushion.
Retepurogen says. In the walls with me for now.
Oh, this guy wants to be your roommate. Your bed buddy.
Miss Scoffret says. I have a better place to sleep in, under the table, that way I can eat the crust on the floor. Retepurogen says. Plenty of space. Thelochinostako says. Attic sound good though. Retepurogen says. Very comf. Panconmeo says. Guys, buy things for the fridge, I feel lonely here.
Gotta buy stuff for the fridge. Look, you just said you want to live in there. I never thought I'd have to like fill it up again.
Retepurogen says. Nah, I don't got money. Thelochinostako says. I just be the gremlin in the background of stream XD. Miss Scoffret says.
In the background
I
of
have
every
some old
stream,
soup
which is
stain
what
under here.
matters.
Freddy301 says. I like that name, Panconmeo.
Freddy, do you get the joke? Do you understand the sophisticated
Miss Scoffret
language play there?
And some forgotten single noodle. Panconmeo says. Panconmeo. Freddy301
Don't spoil
says.
it. Don't spoil it.
Yes, I'm Spanish.
Oh, okay. Dang. Yeah, I was too stupid to get it.
Retepurogen says. We can be gremlins together.
Sorry, but gremlin status is something you earn, not something you are, okay? Gotta be here every day. And if you're not, you have to write a 3,000-word essay explaining your absence.
Panconmeo says. Spanish. Bueno hola, espero que lo estés pasando bacán hoy.
Bacán hoy?
Freddy301 says. Hooligans, not gremlins. Miss Scoffret says. ALR bet. So. Miss Scoffret says. Huh. Thelochinostako says. Damn, is that the new rule? Thelochinostako says.
I mean, you're
I
exempt.
thought I just had to say sorry.
No, well, I mean, you're already gremlin status, so like, it's fine for you. But like, anyone that wants to become gremlin status, very, very big criteria. I will not be lax.
Retepurogen says. ALR, every time you stream I'll be here.
I don't know. I don't know. Can you handle it? Blood pressure.
Freddy301 says. How do you become a gremlin? Battery official says. Freddy301, you leveled up to level 1.
I think, I don't know. Guys with girlfriends probably can't apply.
Retepurogen says.
Your girlfriend would
For a
probably
little
be
just
very
to meet
annoyed by how dedicated you would have to be. The thing's simple.
Freddy301 says. LMAO what?
I mean, what? I said what I said.
Miss Scoffret says. What about the people with boyfriends? Retepurogen says. My GF's not very high maintenance.
No, but stupid. This is really bad. This is somewhat bad. Account I made got deleted.
Thelochinostako says. Does that mean I'm stuck alone forever then? Miss Scoffret says. Damn, grandma still not in the cop car. Freddy 301 says. Yes. Redtepurogen says. No, you have the rats in the basement. Miss Scoffret says. You're stuck with us. Panconmeo says. My only love is a jar of mayonnaise. Miss Scoffret says. Not mayo. Thelochinostako says. BRB. Panconmeo says. Why not? Miss Scoffret says. Pay extra for the BRB. Miss Scoffret says.
Y'all put in
Why not?
microtransaction.
Panconmeo says. The jar or mayo love me. Thelochinostako says. All I get is rats then. Miss Scoffret says. And how do you know that? Redtepurogen says. Basically just made a tight-knit community in a single stream.
I mean, kinda. It's very strange. Real. Very nice. Doo-doo.
Panconmeo says. Because I know it. Miss Scoffret says. But it's empty now. Redtepurogen says. I'll take the rats. Panconmeo says. The jar of mayo say it love me. Miss Scoffret says. You ate all the mayo. Thelochinostako says. Go for it, rants aren't good enough. Panconmeo says. Of course not. Redtepurogen says. Eats the rats. Redtepurogen says.
Boing.
No more rats 3. Freddy 301 says. You are staring into our souls. Miss Scoffret says.
Meow.
The dirty sides with mayo doesn't count. Redtepurogen says. 3. Miss Scoffret says. That's crazy. Panconmeo says. We are married, you don't understand. Miss Scoffret says. But YK, what's crazy too? Thelochinostako says. Something has stolen your attention, oh no.
It has stolen my attention. That part.
Miss Scoffret says. The grandma.
It's okay. Like I had like a Telegram account that was like a experimental
Miss
thing,
Scoffret says.
and then I added an
Red
email
Tepurogen
to it,
says,
and now it disappeared.
I already paid rent.
Really
What more do you
deleted it.
want from my poor soul? Miss Scoffret says. Your soul. Redtepurogen says. But it's just an empty can of Pringles. Miss Scoffret says. I can maybe tube's arms. Miss Scoffret says. Make.
Nope.
Miss Scoffret says. Can't write anymore, I need sleep.
Go to sleep then. Good night.
Red Tepurogen says. No, my Pringle can. Miss Scoffret says. You go to sleep. Panconmeo says. Good night. Miss Scoffret says. My Pringle can. Thelocanastaco says. GN person. Botrix says. Miss Goffret, you leveled up to level 3. Red
Who's going to
Tepurogen
sleep
says.
now?
Sleep well in the fridge. Miss Scoffret says.
Good night, Mayo.
Bet. Red Tepurogen says. And it's my Pringle can. Miss Scoffret says. My Pringle can. Red Tepurogen says. No. Red Tepurogen says. Mine. Miss Scoffret says. Yes. Miss Scoffret says. Mine. Red Tepurogen
okay,
says.
that account is probably just fucking
Nom.
dead.
Miss Scoffret says. Only mine. Miss Scoffret says. No. Panconmeo says. I don't know, the fridge is nice, I sleep very well here. Red Tepurogen says. My Pringle can W. Miss Scoffret says. There's no more Pringle can. Red Tepurogen says. Wait, what? Red Tepurogen says. Where it go? Miss Scoffret says. Smiley face. Red Tepurogen says. My soul.
There.
Miss Scoffret says. Teehee.
Boo, 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 boo.
Miss Scoffret says. Silly me.
Let me see this reference.
Red Tepurogen says. Nom nom nom. Red Tepurogen says. I'm suddenly very eepy.
Then you should go to sleep.
Panconmeo says. It's funny how your VTuber keep the eyes close.
It's 'cause I'm sleepy.
Red Tepurogen says. No.
How dare you say no?
Red Tepurogen says. Must watch the body cam.
Also true.
Thelochinistako says. Korigo Ipa.
Me.
Pankonmeo says. Go to sleep, tomorrow gonna be another day. I eat your food.
Eep. Eep.
Red Tepurogen says. The fridge will be constantly empty from all the little buggers living here now.
Now I'm on Reddit trying to figure this out. Da-da-da.
Pankonmeo says. If someday you see a Pankonmeo with legs, sorry it was me, Haya.
Alright, I'll make her to chase it down and eat it.
Pankonmeo says. Very bad. Red Tepurogen says. May or may not accidentally eat you in your sleep, Pankonmeo.
Okay. What did I give up? What a shame, what a shame.
Freddy301 says. You look mega tired.
Yeah,
Thelochinistako
I'm just gonna write your name.
What's
And
broken?
then I'm... No, it's not super desperate situation. But like this one
Red
account
Tepurogen says.
on Telegram,
My will to live.
like I was using it with another person, kind of like trying to collab on it,
Pankonmeo
and I might
says.
have fucked up.
You can't because I regenerate. Idk.
might have gotten it deleted. I was trying to add an email to it as, you know, try and save it from accidentally being deleted.
I'm forced to have my will to live. Try that. Botrix says.
But the phone number
you
was
leveled
not
up to level 2. Retepurogen says. Lick. Retepurogen says. Lucky. Panconmeo says. I hope to see you tomorrow. I gonna sleep in your fridge. See ya.
See ya. Good night.
Thelokinistako says. GN. Retepurogen says. Damn grandma, just give up already. Freddy301 says. I'm under your bed, Panconmeo.
Alright, well. Let this be in memory of my suffering.
Retepurogen says. You're starting to nod off, Corayo.
Hi.
Retepurogen says. Go to eep.
Alright. I'm sick, so I have like neck pain from sickness. And if I move it, it's even more font, whatever you prefer.
Freddy301
A very
says.
chill font.
Cooked.
And I guess I'm lucky that I don't get many commissions via Telegram. I can definitely say that if I lose the account, it's not the end of the world. Let's see. Do you want chimpanzee website report font? No. Vanessa regular, no. Don't turn the lights on.
Freddy301 says.
No.
What?
I'm looking at fonts. Vegan style font. Lemon jelly. Bunch of blossoms. Let's see. You said
Retepurogen
bread.
says. Just got tangled in my blanket in the wall. Botry official says. Retepurogen, you leveled up to level 3.
Fred. used whiteout on the check, but
Freddy
I just
301
wrote it
says,
wrong, you know?
Comic Sans, joke.
Don't tempt me.
Retepurogen says, how much is your commission?
They're closed for now. But they range from like 5 to 50, depending on what you want. But I gotta finish some shit. You see that list on the side? I gotta finish all that shit.
Retepurogen says,
Save your money. Invest it in index funds. No, invest your money
Retepurogen
in the
says,
in the
I'll
stock
keep it in mind.
in a like the S&P 500,
Freddy
and by the
301
time you
says,
make a profit,
Choreo is locked in.
by the time you make a profit in the stock market, I will be ready to take more commissions.
Freddy 301 says, you can give me the money, he'll keep it safe.
I don't know about that.
Retepurogen says, bruh. Retepurogen says, you stacked out on commissions. Thelokinastaco says,
I'm stacked out
BRB.
on most things. BRB? Dream's fucking over. I wrote the word Fred. It exists. I mean, I'm done. I wrote the name. It exists. It looks chill. I
Freddy
am
301 says,
surprised by what it looks like.
Choreo, what brought you back to YCH.commissions? I saw your last one was 3 years ago. Retepurogen says, you should make the background a bit bright.
No one was buying my shit on Telegram. So I needed to branch out to more venues to advertise my things. That's really it. And I always like
Freddy
auctions.
301 says, that's crazy. Retepurogen says,
Brighter.
brighter.
What do you mean? The background should probably be like a green. Cause like he's laying on grass. What's like beyond the grass? What? No, he's laying on leaves.
Retepurogen says, it's a bit dull.
You're a bit dull. Your whole family's a bit dull. Me 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 me. Like he's laying on some leaves. And then in the background is a sky. There's like a horizon
Retepurogen
somewhere.
says,
That's like a Chinese joke. You insult someone. Something ridiculous starts it. Like, I'm dumb. No, you're dumb. Your whole family is dumb.
Retepurogen says, I won't eat the ants and rats anymore. W. Kiyoki
You have
Amaka
to
says,
read.
a model.
There are no models here. Look, I like the texture. You see no models. No models exist here.
vtuber says. Besides you, 3.
I don't know what you mean. I don't exist.
vtuber says. I'm a go now, happy streaming.
Good night.
Velocinastaco says. Back. Velocinastaco
Meow.
says. Bye bye.
Where's the light coming from?
Velocinastaco says. Boop.
Where the fuck is the sun coming from? Right, we're gonna imagine it's coming from in front of him. Okay, you're gonna sleep, you're gonna take a nap in the leaves, you're gonna be facing the sun, right?
Velocinastaco says. So what's your plan?
My plan is to go to sleep now. What's your plan?
Velocinastaco says. IDCED I'm sorry. Velocinastaco says. I heard none of that.
Meow.
Velocinastaco says. You gonna go sleep Mr. Sicko?
I gotta go sleep. Why are none of these working?
Velocinastaco says. Miss.
Wow, I can't even be a mister. You're really taking away my freedom of identity. I thought I had been upgraded, but no.
Freddy301 says. Person.
Now I can't even have a
Velocin
gender.
Stacko says. WDYM upgraded.
I've always wanted a dingle. But now you took it away from me. Before I even had it.
Freddy301 says. What did I just hear LMAO?
You heard too much. Now you must die.
Velocin Stacko
I have no
says.
idea what I'm gonna do with your
I mean,
shading.
I guess they fun sometimes, but the weakness.
Yeah, I got no idea what I'm gonna do with the shading. I will have to figure that out desperately.
Bigard
Very
Batty
desperately.
says. I couldn't fall asleep.
Then I think you have too many lights on, or maybe you took too many drugs.
Freddy301 says. You're gonna lock in, don't worry.
I'm as locked as I could be, okay? I can't get any better than this. I'm even surprised it came out like this, okay? I'm in a lot of pain. In my neck. Oh, it's 1 a.m. I guess I'm not gonna get my 7 hours of sleep. I hope that NyQuil is enough to survive me 12 hours.
Go
No,
to
DayQuil.
sleep. Velocin
Anyway,
Stacko says.
here is your sketch.
Please.
This is your sketch. All I can say is that if you want something better,
Before I come over there,
I can't do anything better.
Says, and force you. Bigard Batty says. He looks like a Fred.
He looks like a Fred, but he's a Fred. It's the only Fred there is. Or the only this specific Fred there is. The only Fred that this Fred, like this Fred. Alright. Ow. I can't even fucking bend my neck. Yes. Oh my god.
Freddy301 says. The one and only Fred. Velocin Stacko says. Go to sleep. I am rapidly approaching your position.
You sound like a missile. Oh my god, you sound like a threat.
Botrix says. Bigard Batty, you leveled up to level 3.
Alright.
Velocin Stacko
Good
says.
night.
That's
everyone.
goal. Bigard Batty says. Yay.
Wish me luck.
Freddy301 says. GN.
Good night.
Bigard Batty says. GNNNN.
No.
Freddy301 says. Good luck.
You too. Everyone have a good day.
Says, I love your art.
Thank you very
face.
much. Oh,
Lord. Says, GNN.
I don't regret anything, but my future self may.